They call me the GOAT, but I might be a ghost. Whenever I look around, I can see what I want. The money, attention, and wealth for the family. I know what I want. You cheating the game, you're not up for the challenge. They call me the GOAT, but I might be a ghost. Whenever I look around, I can see what I want. The money, attention, and wealth for the family. I know what I want. You cheating the game, you're not up for the challenge. No, I'm the realest. Yeah, I see what I want and I get it. You be capping for the crowd, you switching. Ain't no switching back. Had the boss up, you can call me triple threat. I be killing every show and it before the check. I ain't tired yet. Overlapping like I used to run a track. No, I don't even break a sweat. I'm as lethal as an artist really get. I remember Granny cooking fish and grits. When she gave us knowledge, she made sure it's talking about this, I'm all over the world. People be sleep so they quite don't know it yet. Yeah, we ready for war. Anyone standing no way and it's over. I'ma wake them up, let me wake them up. You will see what I'm about, I ain't one of them. Used to sleep on the floor, head below the rim. Now I'm dogging on like shagging them. I be feeling for people, no sympathy. When they see me with check, they be sensitive. I don't fall in the trap, I be flipping it, making it look easy. My feet up, I'm kicking it over and over. They repeating my, they liking it, but they showing the love, they be trifling. All I'm seeing is red like lightning. Over and over, straight heat the beat. Oh, you rappers for real ain't touching me. It's a banger whenever I'm walking in. Yeah, cause I go. They call me the GOAT, but I might be a ghost. Whenever I look around, I can see what I want. The money, attention, and wealth for the family. I know what I want. You cheating the game, you're not up for the challenge. They call me the GOAT, but I might be a ghost. Whenever I look around, I can see what I want. The money, attention, and wealth for the family. I know what I want. You cheating the game, you're not up for the challenge. They call me the GOAT, but I might be a ghost.
Oh my goodness, what's going on, everybody? Bam! And just like that, we are back. We are back like an acrobatic doing mathematics. We ain't flipping, but you can definitely count on us. What's happening, everybody? PhD U Sports very own. They call me the professor, aka the Skybox Bully, aka Big Unk, right here in the Carolinas, where nothing could be finer. It is Sunday. Hoo-hoo. I hope you guys had a fine week. Maybe went to church service this morning. If not, you probably should have. Everybody can use it every now and then. But listen, special guests, of course, you know what time it is during the season. It's preseason. I'm over here clearing out some stuff, trying to get set up. We are live on YouTube and on Facebook. Fee Grant, what's happening, sis? Hey, yo! Low Country Football Group, y'all know them G-men out there doing their work, right? Okay, just make sure we support, because you already know how we do. For the community, by the community. Indeed. Wish you well traveled, sis. Hope everything is good. I see them boys balling out there. Make sure you tag PhD, tag me. We put it out there, let everybody know what's going on. All right? Well, today, ladies and gentlemen, hey, say, Charleston, I know you guys think it's cold, but I'm going to take y'all somewhere colder. I'm going to take y'all somewhere colder. I should have had the bomber jacket and all that kind of stuff on, because y'all think I still ain't got the Timbs and all that stuff from up top. I do. All right? Born and raised up there in Connecticut, so I keep all that stuff. All right? But listen, we got somebody. We got a baller. I meant to shift over those pictures earlier. Surely forgot. We got a baller in the house. One more again. It's Sunday. It's in the lab. We about to get this thing kicked off. Y'all ready? Well, ladies and gentlemen, buckle up. Hold on tight. It is none other. Oh, Miss Sierra in the house. Oh, we all headed back. All right, sis. All right, I see you. Safe travels on your way back. Appreciate you. They playing a little. They still doing 7v7. Sierra, what's going on? Hey, first and foremost, welcome in the lab with the professor. It's a one-on-one situation. How's everything been going? Good? All right. Listen, from what I'm hearing, you've been staying crazy busy. A 13-year-old from New York. Is it New York? Yeah, forget about it. Listen, Long Island, Strong Island, for those who don't know. All right. All right. So, of course, we want to ask what team been rocking with and representing lately?
Long Island Lightning.
Okay, Long Island. Long Island Lightning. What's up, Long Island Lightning? Shout outs from South Cackalack. Uh, let's see. Let us be told. First of all, we know. So we were talking earlier. We were talking earlier, right? And me and Sierra, she was like, this whole time, Sierra's been playing for a little bit. This whole time, Sierra's like, I don't even have a nickname. Like, I don't. And I don't know if that's a good thing or that's a bad thing. Sometimes I think it's like, it's one of those things that's definitely earned, right? But if nobody ever thought to just give you a nickname, I mean, I don't think it's a bad thing that you've gone in there, you've done work. Are you satisfied where you're at from where you started to where you're at right now when it comes to football?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right.
Yeah.
All right. Tell me some of the positions. 13 years old, just turned. When was your birthday?
June 23rd.
Okay. Oh, wait, hold on. That date sounds real familiar. I think I got one. The beach. What? The beach was the hottest place in town this weekend. All right, Ronnie, I got you. We up north right now. We in New York. 13 years old, 23rd's birthday. All right, June 23rd. That sounds real. I think I have another. I have a big family, and I think somebody else is June 23rd also. What positions? What position are you playing when it comes to football?
On offense, I played tackle and guard, and on defense, I played nose guard and defensive tackle.
Okay. Woohoo. If you had to choose, first we'll pick a side. Offense or defense?
Defense.
Okay. Now that we're on defense. Down tackle, nose guard, really not too much of a somewhat of a difference because what can happen no matter what, you can get double teamed, but you're more likely to get double teamed if you're giving that center problems. Oh yeah, one of those guards is coming. They definitely coming. It's going to be a problem. Defensive tackle or nose guard?
Say that again. I'm sorry.
Which one? Defensive tackle or nose guard?
Nose guard.
You what? Woo-hoo! I like that. When you go into this was the first All-Star game. You just did an All-Star game not too long ago, right?
Yeah.
Okay. How was that experience? Were you a little bit nervous?
I was nervous because the kids down south are a lot bigger. But it was fun.
Yeah. How did all right, we understand a young lady playing in a male dominated sport. How did those guys take it when you walked on the field and got ready to play?
They were very surprised. Some of them were like kind of like scared, I feel like, at first to like block me or get blocked by me.
Right. So so with them doing that, do you reserve a little bit? Or are you saying, look, I'm here for it and I'm going all out? So when you know that they're taking their time, well, let me say this. When you know that a young man he's kind of nervous about like, hey, I don't want to hurt you or stuff like that. Do you say, well, the heck with you, I'm still giving it 100% and make them now come and put in their all?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you would almost have to, right? I think you have to.
Yeah.
You have to get these guys. I don't know. They like don't half ass it. And
Yeah.
like bring it. Like if you're gonna bring it, let's bring it. Let's do it. If I get beat, cool, because it's iron sharpening iron, right? At the end of the day, so don't take it light on me because I'm a girl. You think that I'm not gonna be able to handle it? I think bring your 100%. I bring my 100%, and let's see who can dig deeper. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right. How was the coaching experience? You and the coaches did you get along? Did some of the
Yes.
schemes and all that? Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Some of the schemes, was it easier to learn? Or was it kind of, the play wise and stuff like that?
It was honestly easier than like my school ball.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, listen, I have nothing against it. Now, this coach, won't say any names. This coach that coached it, whether the offensive line, offensive coordinator, whomever, did they just have like a small scheme plan that was just like, wow, that's like so much easier? Uh, I don't know how I'm trying to think of how to put it. If it was easier than the ball, if it was easier than school ball, was it just the way that they presented it, or was it just the play itself?
Um, the way they presented it, because like they helped us understand it easier.
Okay,
Um, so it would be like I said, like easier for us.
right. Yeah, for everybody to catch on because you're talking about an all-star team that had about what? How many days of practice did you have? Maybe two?
Uh, three because yeah,
Oh,
three.
all right. 3 days of practice. Of course, you know, you get there, the meet and greet, you're meeting some of the other student athletes, trying to get a feel for what's going on, what's happening. Um, you get in there, start running drills, probably some plays and things like that. But what happens is these all-star games and these tournaments, these showcases, so to speak, you want to make it easier. You really do. You want to make it easier for the line to understand what you're going to do, whether it's pass block, run block, it don't matter. I think sometimes you just have to break it down. I almost say sometimes like tell it to me like I'm like you're talking to a 5-year old. That way it's so simple that I can catch on to the rest of the stuff. Don't worry about that. But I think that breaking it down would be the best way. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just now tuning in, you are now watching Miss Sierra, 13-year-old out of Strong Island, Long Island, New York. Straight out of Long Island Team Lightning. Now, Team Lightning is a travel team. So you get to travel. This is a winter league, right? This is a winter league. How long does your league, how long does this last? How many games do you guys play?
When we went to North Carolina, we had 3 games guaranteed.
Okay. But how many, so you didn't get anything else after the All-Star game? That's the All-Star game you went to?
Yes.
Okay. So what they did was they picked an all-star team out of uh out of because not everybody was from Team Lightning, right?
Yeah.
All right. You said yeah they were or they were picked from all over.
Um, some of them were picked for all over, but most of them were from the Lightning.
Okay. All right. Yeah, this sounds like one of those all-star this sounds like one of those all-star things that they put together, went down there with a team. Um and represent. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I think teams have done that before just to make sure everybody gets some work in. How many years you been playing football, Sierra?
5 years.
5 years in the game. Oh my goodness. What was the first time? What was it first? You remember how old you were? So this 5 years ago, 7, 8 years old? About 8?
I would say 9, I think.
Okay, 8 or 9 years old. How was it the first time walking out on that field when you all geared up and padded up?
It was very nerve-wracking because I didn't know anybody and I was the only girl there.
Right. And everybody else, of course, they're looking and the girls over there cheerleading, and here comes this young lady who says, "Bump it." I'm putting on pads. And talking to a lot of young ladies who have entered into the game, I've seen I've seen young ladies put on the helmet, put the hair up. I don't know why, you know, it's just one of those things. They don't want to be of course they want to be recognized eventually, but not right off the rip because I don't want you to look at me different. I don't want you to treat me different. I want you to come in here, you know, let's get it. But your first time going in there, ooh, nerves racked. You don't know who to look for. You don't, know nothing about football. Did you know anything about football? This is the first time.
It was the first time.
Oh my gosh. How did everybody take it? The first time you went out
Um,
there and the boys found out, oh my gosh, this is a young girl on the team. Ow! What was that whole moment? What was that whole moment like?
so they were very obviously everybody was like very shocked when I first like get on the field.
Right?
They were very shocked. They were scared to hurt me. Um, and there's one kid who told me that like he asked me if it was okay if he like tackled me.
Hey,
Um,
Listen, sometimes you gotta ask for consent, fellas. Even when it's for the tackle, ask for consent. My goodness. Oh, I got you. I'm just teasing. I'm just teasing. I'm just,
Um, and but after a few weeks, I got their respect, so it was good.
I think it's got their respect or earned their respect. One of the two had to come. I think you might have earned their respect a
Earned,
little bit.
yeah, that's what I earned their
Yeah,
respect.
that's exactly what it is. Because now they know. Well, listen, she can take a hit. She can also give a hit. So it's why bring it halfway? If we're gonna make it better and better for as a team, then it's iron has to sharpen iron. I can't bring it halfway and expect me to get better because those guys on the other side of the ball are really not going to care at the end of the day. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just now tuning in, you are listening to a veteran in the game, Miss Sierra, straight out of Long Island, New York, playing with Team Lightning, 5 years in the game. Listen, plays everywhere on the line: offensive tackle, guard, defensive tackle, nose guard. She's saying that she had to choose. You had to choose one. Had been defense. You had to choose the position. She says nose guard. Huh? Come on, man. Not too many people choose one of the toughest positions in the game, but this young lady has. What would make you choose nose guard? I meant to ask you that when you said it.
Um, so sometimes, well, most of the time, the center is on the smaller side or bigger, but like shorter. I feel like I really can intimidate them to scare them a little bit. Um,
I love it. No, I love. Listen, talk your smack, young lady. Talk your smack. She's talking intimidation on a center. Huh? Golly. I did notice, like, as of late, everybody is, and I'm not gonna lie, some of you guys here in the Carolinas, y'all know, everybody's going with the athletic center. All right. So when you say
yeah,
athletic, that doesn't mean that big, beefy guy who sometimes when we look for a lineman back in the day, you'd want this big kid, this big, huge, oh, he just looks scary as your center. Nobody, you know what I'm saying? She has looks to
yeah.
kill. Mom says she's got looks to kill. Listen, I see the face on the picture. I see the grind. I think it's just the determination to sometimes prove something. When you're more proving something, when you're out there on the field, are you trying to prove something to yourself or to everybody else?
A little bit of both, but mainly everybody else.
Yeah. For anybody, I don't know. Have you ever got like, I don't want to say negative. You ever got negative comments about you being out there?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Okay. It's not. We won't say any names. We won't shout. We'll talk about them off. We'll talk trash about them offline. But when I come back and you're not here, I'm gonna make sure I tag them on. No, I'm just playing. But I do talk smack now. I got people up there. What are some of the negative? What are some of the negative things that you hear?
Um, People ask why I shouldn't be playing because I'm a girl, and I can't like have the potential that a guy has to play. That's one of the main ones.
All right. So this is my thing. If you can still get out there and perform the same, if you're not, and regardless, man, woman, girl, young man, it doesn't matter. You start. Do you start on offense and or defense? Correct.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So with that being said, that's letting you know you're doing something right. If you weren't starting, if you were second, third, fourth string or something like that, I'd say okay, well yeah, maybe you got to step your game up. But you're talking about a football coach who is letting you start in what is presumably the hardest, the hardest sport, the toughest sport in America is football. I don't care what age group you're going at, it's still harsh. It could make or break some people. You've been in the game for 5 years. People don't understand. If this was your first year, even Kenna Kenna started off. This is her first year. I was like shocked that was her first year, so that was real surprising. But no, not Kenna. I'm sorry, that was another young man. That was his first year last week, Caden. But 5 years in the game, you got to be doing something right. Do you feel like your game is getting better, or that there's more that you can still work on?
It's getting a lot better from when I first started.
Mm-hmm.
But I still need a little bit of stuff to work on. But
Right. What do you all right, so you played during the winter, played a winter league here for a little bit. You had a few games. How's the competition? You came down here to North Carolina. You saw a little bit of sun. There wasn't too much sun down here. We saw a little bit of sun. How was your trip down to North Carolina?
it was good. Um it was a lot different than up here.
Right.
Because like the size difference, the skill like there you guys I feel are more passionate in like youth about football.
Yeah, I'm in South Carolina, North Carolina, even the Carolinas period. They are really heavy. They're really heavy. They are really, it gets a little crazy about football down here, especially youth football. If they cared about those Carolina Panthers as much as they cared about youth football, they might be doing a lot better. But it's more it's more about youth football down here. When it comes to that realm, they're very passionate about it because sometimes North Carolina, there's some states that don't get as much love as what they, as much as they want. They always think that a lot of kids don't come from here or that we don't have football players or ballers too. So coaches are a lot more competitive. They're a lot more compassionate. They'll go out in recruiting. They do all kinds of stuff to try to make this thing work. Any other sports other than football?
I did volleyball for a year.
Yeah.
But also to add on to the coaches, there was a coach up here actually that for the Lightning that he didn't want to coach the team because of me, like because I was a girl on the team. So one of my main coaches told him that he could just leave because I'm I'm good. I'm on the team. I'm already like there.
Hey, shout out to you, coach, whoever coach that was, to say, I think there's got to be like a moral compass in you to where I think that was a better move, Sierra, simply because if not, then that son of a gun can try to like set you. I don't like stuff like that. You know what I mean? So then now in my mind the whole time it's like you be trying to set me up. Like you trying to put a kid to hurt me or do something at practice to make me want to quit, which would even make me go even harder. So shout out for the coach who stood up for you and said, listen, highway or that way, it don't matter. Yeah, go ahead and take the highway because she's already on the team. And this lets everybody know that like you put in the work for it. Like why would I just deny you of doing it? You know what I mean? And getting better. You plan on going out for what do you guys do? Let's see if I can remember. There was no B team up there. Now, when I played many moons ago, they did have the freshman team, JV, and then varsity. What's up? What's going on with high school? How does high school football work now in New York?
So JV team is 9th and 10th graders, and varsity team is just is 11th and 12th.
Okay, if you're good enough to play at 9 and 10, you can go up there and play varsity, which is
Yeah.
cool. It's not rare. It's not, crazy rare, but it's somewhat rare because you have a couple that'll go up there. So in 8th grade, or so now you're getting ready to go into, actually, you're getting ready to be a freshman.
Yeah.
Woo! So you're talking straight JV. Ooh,
Yeah.
you're going to be going out for the JV squad. Okay. Okay. All right. How do you think that's going to, a lot of these guys you've been playing on the same team with, so they kind of already know you. Do some of the coaches up there know you already?
Yes.
So are they looking forward to it, or you think it's kind of like, I'm not really sure?
I'm not really sure. I think because a bunch of my high school friends tell me that there's a lot of good talk about me in the high school playing football.
Right.
Um, and that he told me that the coaches are very interested in me. So I would say that they're ready for it. I would think.
I mean, it's a change, right? It's a huge change to it. Some accept it, some don't. My thought and process is, as long as you play in your position and you're playing it well, I say keep balling. If everybody does their job accordingly, it makes the whole plan come together. When you stop doing your job, I don't care who you are, you got to go or you got to move out of the way and let the next man step up. So we definitely wish you luck. Definitely be going to Comac High School. What is their mascot?
A cougar.
Cougar? All right. Comac High. We'll be looking out for y'all. We might even start following y'all on the page so we can keep up with Sierra. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just now tuning in, it's okay. It's all right. We're having a great conversation with my newfound friend and family up there in New York, Miss Sierra, 13-year-old football player. Listen, a baller. Offensive tackle, guard, nose guard, defensive tackle. Listen, don't get it twisted. This young girl says she is ready. JV is up next. We're going to try out for JV. Some of the coaches talking good. Some of the coaches talking crazy. Either way, we're going to get up there and perform the best way she knows how. She's been in the game 5 years now. 5 years. 9 years old, started off, still pushing. Still pushing. Any rings, championships, anything like that?
No, not
No.
yet.
So is that all right? So that's not a bad thing. Is that frustrating, or is that just like, hey, listen, this is part of the game, and keep pushing?
It's part of the game, and I have to just keep pushing.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think. I always
But
say
when
I had a wise man tell me a long time ago. It's bigger than the game, right? You're learning life lessons. You're going through a part that you can't rewind, right? So every day is a different lesson. Every day it's a different vision. Every day is new eyes and things like that. You're always not going to see the same. So hopefully, be better yesterday than you were today. Be better tomorrow than you were yesterday, type thing. Uh, she has earned respect from team and coaches from the Long Island Lightning. Of course. Of course. Listen, it had to have been. If you get picked to go to All Stars, turn around and travel. When you guys travel, what you guys do? Take the bus?
No, I think everybody besides two kids drove down there with like their families.
Wow. Oh man, nice to see the interview underway. Watching Hunt, man, appreciate you watching via YouTube. Can't wait to watch it all. Listen, man, we right here. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. My homegirl Sierra, straight out of Long Island, 13-year-old, plays for Team Lightning up there, who just came down not too long ago to play here in North Carolina. You know how North Carolina goes, man. These guys is real serious. North Carolina and South Carolina kind of, we collide from time to time, but when it comes to us versus everybody, it's definitely, a team up thing. All right, Sierra, let's get down to some real business. Let's talk some real business now. Want to know what them grades like? What's some grades like in school?
I have good grades in school,
Okay, what's good grades? What are we talking?
like 80 and above.
80? Ooh, okay, okay. I guarantee you, like I said, I've talked to your mother a couple of times. I don't think she'd let you play if you had bad grades, huh?
Yeah, she wouldn't.
Have you ever been? All right, now look, just me and you talking. Shh. Has she ever have you ever got really close and yo, I ain't able to play?
I've gotten close to like being off like my school team because of my grades. Yeah,
Woo! That's a hurtful feeling. That's a
yeah.
hurtful feeling. Just like you seem to and I understand, young lady, I don't want to let anybody down. You fought your way to get on the team, earned your way to get on the team, earned yourself a position, come out there, and now grades started slipping just a little bit. Listen, we all had that story. I've had my mother actually come out on the field of practice and pull me off because of grades. So I guarantee you, there's nothing you're gonna tell me that's more embarrassing than a little 5'3" older black lady coming out there just screaming with a house robe on. I'm telling you, you're living life then. And the hollering in front, and everybody knows her. Small town up there in Connecticut. Everybody knows her. She's going crazy, hollering at the coach, and nobody stepping in her way. I'm like, y'all just gonna let this lady walk on your field, and nobody did nothing. She stopped. She did stop, and they called me up there, and it was just ugly after that. But I definitely changed. That changed. That was probably the most embarrassing part of football I've ever had before in my life, right then and there. You don't want that. And your mom seems like she might not come up there as a little 5'3" black lady, but I think she's coming up there if you got problems with them grades. All right, so definitely keep up with those grades, 80 and above. We love it. What's your favorite subject?
Science.
Science. Okay. Let's see. What is it about science that makes you like it so much?
I feel like the labs that we do in science, there's certain labs that I like because like we get to do it ourselves. Like she gives us my teacher, she gives us like stuff to just do it ourselves, and I think it's fun.
Wow. So you seem like, are you competitive?
Yeah.
That's what. Listen, no need to even say anymore. I know. Why would I ask you anything else? I already know what this is going to lead to. Huh? She's one of those. Look, a trench dog. Trench dog. I love it. You got to be competitive. Got to be. So that means you're competitive with yourself, along with anybody else on the field. That's what it comes down to. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. All right. So, just a couple of more questions. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just now tuning in, hey, listen, you can always go back, hit rewind, just fine with that. We're talking to Miss Sierra. Miss Sierra, not yet with a nickname. We were teeter-tottering some things at the beginning. Thanks, Mom. But I don't know. Tina's honoring some things earlier. 13-year-old straight out of Long Island, New York, plays with Team Lightning. And of course, listen, we're gentlemen over here. We don't want to ask the height we can ask, right? But we're not going to ask the weight. So let's ask the height. Sierra, how tall are you?
5'8".
5'8". Good Lord. At 13, huh? Just about what was that? Old whopping 3 inches shorter than me? And she's only 13? Towering over me. All right. Plays offensive tackle, guard, defensive tackle, nose guard. Said if she had to choose, going to the All-Stars, doing everything she did, you'd choose nose guard over all of that.
I would either nose guard or regular guard.
Okay. Or down to nose guard. Oh, so offense. Okay. How's the footwork? What do you think is the biggest? I forget about how's your footwork thing. That's almost telling. Shh, don't tell that. What is one of the biggest things? What is one of the biggest things that you want to get better at when it comes to football?
My blocking, I feel like.
Okay.
I don't have the best upper body strength, but I'm working on it. So.
Right. So it's actually not always in your upper body. It's those legs, right? It's those legs getting in position. You're not going to be a pushover. If you get them legs, you get in position for you, keep them chopping, keep it moving, and stay with it just so long as you're in the way, right? Look at speed bumps in the middle of the road. Do they ever move? Nope, but they're always in the way, right? So you got to slow down. Mom said, look, mom telling now. Mom says was not mom who suggested it. It was Coach Larkin Mabry. She put Coach's name out there and everything. Duck, do you believe that? Ducks can't believe. Listen, hey, Coach, we appreciate you. Coach, we appreciate you, but we got to find another one, Coach. That's all. In all due respect, we got to find another one. Uh-oh. Daryl Worthman says, that's my baby girl. Oh, Lord. If you ever wanted to, there it is. Who's Daryl? That's Dad?
Yeah.
Listen, I love it. I love it. More competitive the game is getting. Young ladies getting into the game, doing their thing. Um, it just a couple more questions, and we'll let you give your shout outs, all that other good stuff. Looking back, what would you tell a young lady that was wanting to get into football at the age of 8 or 9 years old that you know now? What would you tell that young lady, a younger Sierra? What advice would you give her?
I would probably say with obstacles, like don't let obstacles stop you. Just keep going.
Okay. Don't let nothing stop you. Okay. All right. Was there times where you wanted to give up?
Yeah.
What did you tell yourself? Or was there words from somebody else that made you say, you know what? I'm not telling you to do it, but it's like middle finger to everybody and watch me do it. You like for real, like, okay, so this is how we want to play? Because sometimes when the tears start turning into anger, you're like, you know what? Oh, this is what we doing? And it's back out. There you go. What happened? What made you want to give up?
Um, I would honestly like the first time that I wanted to like give up was just like because of people like what they said to me.
Yeah. And so if it wasn't, but that had to make you better. That had to make
Yeah.
you better because whatever doesn't kill you definitely makes you stronger. So had you listened to those people, had you gave in to those people, you'd have just turned around and you'd have gave up. And then that would have been the end of it. You probably wouldn't have felt inside of your own heart, inside of your own mind that, well, dang, I could have kept going. Just because of that bad moment of that person saying that one thing, that can't be it. You know what I'm saying? As a competitive person myself, I don't like to lose in nothing. I don't care if
Yeah.
it's checkers, pool, bowling, anything. We about to stay there all night till I win. And then when I win, I'm like, yo, every time to go. I know I run it. No, time to go. But I like it. I like it. Competitive nature, competitive nature. Desmond Wilt, hey, Greenview Eagles checking in. You already know I still keep the Eagles on deck, all ready for the Scully. Daryl says she is no quitter. She's a go-getter. Oh my goodness. Besides football, she is in Girl Scouts and loves to sell those cookies. Oh man, Ellen, not the Girl Scouts. Listen, first of all, Girl Scouts is just that's the time right then and there. Ain't no sense in trying to go. They said that's Grandma. Hey, Grandma. Hey, Grandma. Oh man, that's my vanilla baby with a heart of gold, Daryl. Uh, Daryl ain't Hey, Daryl. I don't know if you know, but we all know she white. We can see her. We can see her. We can see. I'm just saying. Listen, he's having fun with it. You're supposed to. We get it. It's all fun. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, you guys are just now tuning in. It's the one and only I Am PhDU Sports. Very own, they call me the professor, aka the Skybox Bully. Tis the season to sit down and talk with some youth student athletes. And me, just so happened that moms reached out after a couple weeks ago, said, listen, Miss Sierra's been working her tail off and would definitely love to come and sit down in the lab. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, we're still taking jerseys. I know I got a lot more to hang up right here for the jerseys for the Youth Wall of Fame. You send your jersey, you inbox me, get the address to send them down. Miss Sierra, straight out of Long Island. Long Island. Let's see. Heather Rubenstein said, I wish I had her courage at her age to do what she's doing. So proud of my niece. She's come so far and still keeps going. Shout out, Miss Heather. All with the encouraging words. Oh my! It's hold on now. It's getting a little too soft up in here. A little too soft. Somebody say something. No, don't cuss. Just don't cuss. It's still a kid's show somewhat. All right. Miss Sierra, 13-year-old, straight out of Long Island, New York. All right. Plays for Long Island Team Lightning. Shout out Team Lightning for doing what you do. Team Lightning, you guys got to follow, share, do something. Let me know. PHGU Sports can definitely help out. If anything goes down, if you guys are coming down this area, something like that, let me know. We'll be going to Comac High, home of the Cougars, next year. Possibly, not possibly, trying out for the JV squad. She's got 5 years under the belt. By going up to JV, what position? Now, you know it's going to come down to like one or two, one side or the other side. Which one? Where are you trying to? I mean, everybody wants to play defense. I get that. You gotta have a switch on you. You gotta have a switch on you when it comes to defense that you really don't. I don't give a dang about. Like sometimes life. Sometimes just get in there. So you had a choice: offense, defense. To go into JV. We're talking realistically. What would you do?
For JV, I feel like I would be better on offense.
Okay. I like that. Offense with JV. Definitely open your mind. Let's see, where we at? Coach Kwan is our coach. Shout out to Coach Kwan. What's up, Coach Kwan? One of her favorite subjects is science. The grades don't even slip. Don't even trip. Because we ain't gonna slip. It's 80s and above around here. All right? You already know how it goes down. Now, we already talked earlier. We talked a little bit. Not really an NFL, buff. Not really a college. So. But we have to think about college. We have to think about later on down the road. Let's just say football, so. Volleyball, we tried once. You can't hit volleyball, folks. So we probably didn't like it too much. But if you had a choice later on down the road, you got 3 schools. I give you envelopes. I give you 3 envelopes. They all have a name on them. Which schools, colleges, would you like for them to say on the outside?
Michigan, Florida State, maybe.
Okay. FSU. One more.
Texas.
All right, so you don't want to stay home. Well, you're trying to get out the cold, huh? Michigan, not with Michigan. Michigan, you're going to stay in the cold. All right. Nothing close to home? You ready to travel? I ain't going to say nothing. I'll leave that one alone. Coach Rich Slattery, one of her coaches too. Okay. Spread her wings and see the world. Nana say, go see the world, baby girl. Go see the world. I can't blame you. You can travel. It's not as I'm keeping 100%. When you first go out there, you're gonna be nervous. You're gonna be ready, but you'll still be nervous because see, ain't no more home cooked meals unless you really know how to cook. We're talking about a lot of peanut butter and jelly, a lot of ramen noodles, all that type of stuff because you got to keep a couple dollars in your pocket. But I think you'll be just fine, man. Listen, it's survival of the fittest. She said, "Thank you for this interview." Grandma is tearing. Don't tear up, Grandma. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just make sure you spread the love. Show them all what your young granddaughter can do, and you never know. It might inspire another. There's going to be a lot more people going for football in high school. She'll definitely get some competition there. Of course. I think there's Hunter. Shout out to Hunter Worthman. Shout out to Hunter. I think if they challenge you at practice, you'll be all right for the games. If they get you prepared at practice, you'll be all right for the games. Practice the same way you play. It's something I used to tell the students all the time. Same way you practice, the way you practice, the way you play. The way you practice, the way you play. So make sure that you go in there and you're giving 100%. If you ever find yourself not really loving the sport anymore, don't play for anybody else. Simply sit down, mom, dad, grandma, auntie, everybody in the family, and say, listen, it's one heck of a run. I loved it. Cool, cool. Maybe you found something else, or maybe I'm just going to concentrate on the grades and work my way from there. But don't ever get into something if you're not in it like 100%, because then if you're not locked in anymore, it's going to be more dangerous for you because you're just trying to half do it. You don't want to do that. You can't half-ass football. I guarantee you that. Grandma says those are happy tears. She's solid whatever position they throw her in. God. But Dale, you ain't got to write in all caps. I know you excited, brother. I know you excited. He writing all caps. He ain't even playing with y'all. Y'all don't get it twisted. Whatever position she get in, she ready. She ready. I don't blame you. Shout out to her younger brother, Mav. Is it Mav?
Yeah.
Okay. Your brother, he plays too?
No, he plays basketball, but he wants to start playing football.
Ooh, and how old is he?
11.
That boy should have been playing football. Oh man. Do you think it would have been now real question, right? Do you think it would have been harder you trying to get in there? Maverick. Okay, there we go. Maverick, appreciate you. Do you think it would have been harder if you tried to get in just like a year or two ago versus when you got in?
Yeah.
Right. So like for Maverick, what advice do you give him? Like he's now wanting to start football, but this is possibly like he's only going to be able to get in 1 year of youth football before having to go up. Right? Possibly two, depending on when his birthday is, but we won't talk about that. 1 to 2 seasons in before he's having to go up. That a little bit more nerve wracking, or what? Do you think it's a little bit? You think it's a little bit harder? You try to give him words of encouragement?
But I would tell him that, like, what I would tell my younger self, that any obstacles that are in your way, don't let them stop you.
Right.
Whether it's like a person or if it's like yourself.
Right. I mean, you're gonna get knocked around, right? So I mean, get ready for days like that to where you're like, I'm tired of seeing this ground. I'm tired of getting knocked on my behind, and it's dirty, it's muddy, it's raining. I swear I hate this sport and all kind of stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, listen, it has been truly, truly my pleasure. Very smart young lady right here, Miss Sierra, 13-year-old who says she would tell her younger self, please, hey, listen, jump over all obstacles. Don't let nothing get in your way. She's 5 years into the game of youth football, right? She's 5 years into it. She's got to have a love, got to have a passion for it. Turns around, plans on going up into JV, Comac High School, home of the Cougars, moving up to them next year. Has to bring her into the JV conversation. As you guys know, JV down here in the Carolinas, that's kind of like a big deal, right? We're talking B team, JV, anything within that era. It's where that hype is, right? Because you got out of the youth football, now you're in the high school football. It gets starts getting grimy real quick. All right, getting 80s and above when it comes to school. So definitely show her love on that one. Positions, offensive tackle, guard, nose guard, and even defensive tackle, doing her thing on the offensive side and defensive side. But some say, hey, listen, whatever position you put her in, she's going to give 100%. She'll be just fine. She says there's a few things that she still has to work on. She'd rather, if possible, offense, right? You get plenty of rest during the offense too, because if you go play offense and then you turn around when you score after the field goal attempt or point after attempt, hey, I get to go now, sit down. You'll probably get more rest in JV and everything else than playing youth football, because some of you guys know some of y'all had to go both ways. You turn around and come from offense, kickoff return. It always seems like the kicker want to hurry up. Like, stop rushing the kickers, y'all. Some of us need a break. I'm just going to put that out there. Some of those guys need a break for a minute. You hurry up, you kick off the ball before you know it, first defense. I'm like, we just came off the field. But anyways, Said she'd probably be more effective on offense, but Dad says whatever position they put her in, she's gonna excel. One of her favorite subjects, science. So you like to figure out how things work, the mechanics of the game. Hello, the mechanics of the game is always, or often misunderstood. So make sure you go back to what the basics are, and it'll definitely make you a better player all around. So we tried volleyball, but said, listen, there was no contact. Volleyball is a non-contact sport. We're ready to throw the forearm flipper every now and then. They didn't, a couple penalties. Do they even call penalties in? There's no penalties in volleyball. It's just out of bounds or not out of bounds. Huh. Can you get ejected from volleyball? I'm pretty sure you could. I think there's any sport. Can you? Oh, yeah, you get ejected? Okay. It's got to be for fighting or yelling at the referee like tennis. Oh, okay. I don't know. I never called a volleyball game, never played volleyball. That just, I don't know. Like I said, non-contact sport. Thought about a couple of schools, Michigan, FSU, and even Texas. Well, a little travel. Spread her wings, fly, go see the world, why don't you? Hey, Sierra, first and foremost, I'd like to say thank you. Thank you for coming in here with me, sitting down with me, one-on-one with the professor down here in South Carolina, all the way from New York. So, give us some shout-outs. Any shout-outs, any love, anything you want to put out there?
I just want to say thank you to all my coaches that like have helped me. My parents, my grandparent, my aunt, a lot of my friends.
That's it?
I would say my siblings too. They helped me a lot. And like yeah.
It's all good. It's all good. Listen, sometimes there's a lot of people. We don't mean to miss out on y'all. We don't mean to miss out on y'all. All the coaches who were there, the lineman coaches, those who the all-star coaches that she just met not too long ago down there in North Carolina. Appreciate y'all. The coach who stood up for her. I salute him. I salute him 100%. He's got to reach out. We got to talk. Professor, I want to shout you out for promoting all this. Keep up the good. Hey, no problem, brother. No problem, man. It's exactly what we do, Daryl. Down here, you guys will see a lot of games coming up. When it comes to game time, you see a lot of stuff. Myself, I got a partner. His name is a student. The game of the weeks and stuff like that. We are for the community, by the community. You know what I mean? We are trying to get back into the travel circuit and those things. It's been a while since we've been out there, but we're definitely ready to get back to it and start seeing the world ourselves sometimes. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, we got some stuff coming up. Let me see what we got here. While we got Miss Sierra on the line. Oh, Sierra, guess what I got coming up? I got, ladies and gentlemen, the Lineman Challenge coming up soon, starting on April 13th. April 13th. Sign up start in March. Sign up start in March, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure that you get your child put in on the Lineman Challenge. This is $10. $10 per child, 3-day tournament. All right, every Saturday during the 7v7. All right. All right. And here, look, check it out. These are some of the lineman challenges that are going down. 12U, 10U, 8U, and now just added even the 6U gets a little smoke. Huh? Oh my gosh. I don't think some of y'all ain't ready. Some of y'all ain't ready. Some of y'all ain't ready. All right. That one's starting April 13th. But before all that starts, it is Star Wars 7v7 air traffic control meets Low Country Football Group, and it's about to go down. March 30th here at Goose Creek High School. Goose Creek High School, home of the Gators, home of Low Country Football Group 7v7. All right, air traffic control, along with, boom, there it is, Low Country Football Group Passing League 7v7. It's going to be off the chain. Off the chain indeed. All right. So that's how it's going down, ladies and gentlemen. Some of the stuff that is up and coming. Don't forget, tune in the lab with the professor on YouTube, on Facebook. We'll be right here. That's right. Don't forget, jump over. Hey, listen, I'm gonna make a shirt. Don't forget. I think I'm gonna put that. Don't forget, jump over those ops. I like that in my Sierra voice. I might have to put y'all mess around. I got a shirt. I gotta put that. I gotta write this down, Sierra. That's a t-shirt. T-shirt. Everything I do becomes a t-shirt. And then I turn around and I wear it. And people are like, where'd you get it? Like y'all saw me say t-shirt. Y'all should have jumped out. All right. Boom. It's don't forget. I'm gonna write it just like Dad wrote it. Don't forget on the front, jump over those obstacles. I like that. Yes, sir. I like that. Hey, Sierra, thank you very much. School tomorrow, doing your thing. We know those good grades are still jumping, still coming. We appreciate you. This is your first time on the lab. Don't let it be your last. Whenever you need us, we'll be right here. We definitely want to keep up with you when it comes to JV. So if you make the team, you got to come back. All right? When you make the team. I want to say if you make the team. When you make the team, you definitely got to come back. We'll do a quick lab, see how it was. We'll talk about it for a little bit and let you do your thing.
Okay.
All right?
Thank you.
No, thank you. Appreciate it, Sierra. We'll holler at you later, all right?
All right. Thank you.
All right, very welcome. Boom, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. My. Listen, quiet, listen, we get it. It's vacation time. Oh, nothing wrong with that. We got a little slight vacation going on down here, too. But it's back to work. We go. Oh, it must be spring break. I think they get ready to go on spring break. Their times are so mixed. Connecticut, New York, everything down south. We do everything a little bit different. We stand, There it is. Daryl, appreciate you. Miss Jeannie, thank you once again for reaching out. We appreciate y'all. Don't forget, we have Lux Cigar Lounge. Lux Cigar Lounge. Woo-hoo. Great environment. You want to sit back, relax, get your grown man, get your grown woman on. Have yourself a couple of libations along with a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful tasting cigar. Get with Lux Cigar Lounge. Like, share, follow them on Facebook. All right. Also, don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, March 2nd is just around the corner. It is the very own Carolina Spartans. Carolina Spartans, your semi-pro team right here in Charleston, South Carolina, that wants, needs, would love to have your support as they start off their first home game here at Pinewood Prep. You can see that right there? Of course you can. 1114 Orangeburg Road, Summerville, South Carolina. It's going down. Now, $5 for all the student athletes. You have to have on your jersey, a jersey. Rep your team. Rep your team, rep your team, rep your team. Okay? Come out there, show up, show out. Of course we'll be there. Of course we'll be there. Right there in the booth, having fun with it. Some of you guys seen the schedule that's going to be coming out. I see a lot of people putting their schedules out there individually. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, we will be covering two. Hopefully, that is a plan. Is to cover two this year, two game of the week. Myself and the student will be calling games this season, but everything will come through PhDU Sports, of course. We'll get it down. The commish will have his dates and or games that he deems to seem fit for a game of the week. We'll definitely talk about it, put it in, and Low Country and Midlands, we hope to get covered. All right. So it's going to be real interesting. If you have something, special request stuff you want to put out there, you better get ready to put it out there because it will not stick around long. And don't forget Battle in the Swamp. Battle in the Swamp coming up later on. I know it's a little bit further on down the road, but we definitely got to put it out there. We are seeing if we're getting locked in. Congratulations. Congratulations to Slaughterhouse. Slaughterhouse actually coming on and doing their thing. We probably sit down with might get a special one-on-one with Antoine Edwards and a couple more to see what Slaughterhouse has been doing. Well over 200 kids, huh? Well over 200 kids in each one of his in total, shall I say, in total, almost 200 plus kids in that group right there. Also, another potential sponsor, it is the Color Riot Creations. We can't wait. Now, I'll tell you, whenever I find a sponsor or stuff like that, we always reach out and we use the sponsor first. Once this sponsor finishes our product, we definitely coming back. We're going to let you know. We're going to give them a rating right then and there. Speaking of sponsors, we still rocking with none other than The Factory Fitness Sports Training. Go like, share, follow them on Facebook. All right. Along with, that's right, Fordham Performance. Listen, it's all about the mechanics in the game. You heard her. It's all about the mechanics in the game. Also, Low Country Football Group. None other than Skyfa, where the big boys play. PhDU Sports. Hey, and some high star hooping, if you don't mind. Charleston Eat Barbecue. Bar on the Ave. And definitely cannot forget my guy, the Flickster Graphics. It is the GOAT. Well, ladies and gentlemen, hold on. Did we put them in there? Huh? Savage Life. All day, every day. We appreciate y'all very, very much. Ooh, you know how we do. Hey, tune in next time, next week, another guest. We sit down, wrap a taste, PhD.